Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome into your reading, guys. This reading will be with you from the 21st of October until the end of October 2021. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising into this reading with Venus and Jupiter in your individual planetary position. Let's call upon a spirit guide, angel, ancestors, divine source into this reading. Please help me hear. Please help me see. Please help me understand the messages and the guidance you have for Capricorns in the collective around this point in time, during this portion in time, guys. Now, general reminder. This is a general energy check. So take what resonates with you, Capricorn, and leave the rest of the story. If it is not for you, do not force yourself into the reading. Okay? Take what resonates with you, the Eight of Swords. So there is something that you are kind of thinking about. You're not talking about the situation, but we'll see. There is something that you're probably not communicating, Capricorn, around this portion in time. The Ace of Pentacles shows up. Okay, a new beginning in this story for you, maybe. Let's see here. I'm going to turn the camera slightly so that we can see the cards in here. So the Ace of Pentacles talks about, the Tower. Okay. Something that could be something that is going to shake you out of your comfort zone, or there will be epiphany in your case with the World in the reverse. Okay. Where there has not been a closure for you. It's more so I'm getting, Capricorn. Something you need an answer to. You're perhaps waiting for something. You may not be talking about it, but it's all in your head at this point. That's where the Eight of Swords may have shown up. You are kind of, the Queen of Cups. Something to do with your emotions. You're thinking about it. Let's see. Let's look into the story here for you, Capricorn. Okay, so we have the Emperor in the reverse and Death in the reverse. Okay. So there could be a personal transformation that somebody could be going through at this point in time, with regards to their own energy, where they had been very cold, very tyrannical, not showing their love. The Six of Wands in the reverse, which talks about being humble. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse, which is lack of cooperation, teamwork. Can I have one more card? So there is some kind of personal transformation. The Queen of Wands. Okay. Some kind of personal transformation that is happening in your case, Capricorn. Temperance in the reverse. So somebody has been out of touch with their emotions, have been disbalanced, not really in control of their emotional self, right? But it also talks about personal healing, right? So somebody could be going through a stage of personal healing with regards to some situation here. That could be a metamorphosis that's happening in your life or in somebody's life who is connected with you, Capricorn. It could be anything. But let's see. Let's clarify. Let's look at the Ace of Pentacles. Now, typically the Ace of Pentacles talks about a new beginning in the tangible world, right? But for the new beginning to happen, there has to be a close of the old chapter here, right? This is where the Eight of Swords, yeah. Somebody is waiting for a new beginning. Somebody is not talking here. They are not expressing what they want with regards to a new tangible beginning in the story with you or you with somebody in your life, Capricorn. The Seven of Cups. Yeah, somebody could be very confused emotionally, and that is where, someone is finding it difficult to communicate maybe about something that they want. They're not telling you, or you're not telling somebody here. Okay, let's look at the Tower. But like I said, in order for you to start something, the Four of Swords in the reverse, yeah, it is a very distressing situation, where one is feeling very restless about this and is wanting to communicate, because whoever it is trying to heal from a situation here, where they have been out of balance in their own emotional part of the story, where they have not been able to temper their own emotions or balance their own emotional self here. Feeling very restless about the whole situation, wanting to communicate yet not being able to communicate, right? Yeah, but feeling very restless about this. It could be an awakening that they have had. It could be epiphany that someone has received. And after having received that epiphany, they are feeling very restless because they want to communicate, they want to talk, but then there is something that needs to be closed before that eventually happens. So there is something that still has not been a finished business here. There is an unfinished business in here for you. Let's look at the World in the reverse here. It's an unfinished business, right? Where communication is required here. And the communication has not happened. Yeah, the Two of Cups. It's an unfinished business with a kind of partnership in here. Some kind of partnership that is still not completed, has not been completed, right? Because communication hasn't happened here. And that is exactly what I'm getting. And this is where it could be you or it could be somebody else feeling a little distressed about the whole situation here. That communication definitely needs to happen. Needs to happen for this closure, for this business to be over and a new chapter to start. Let's look at the Eight of Swords. So it's like somebody wants to start a new enterprise, wants to start a new some kind of project in the tangible world, something new, but they are not being able to say that. Where they have received epiphany, which is kind of making them feel very restless about the whole situation, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, because this situation needs to end, and it's going to end. It's going to end because it's going to be a little brutal, for the new beginning to happen. But there is something in your life that requires a closure at this point in time, even if that means that somebody has to surrender and let the words be, and let the words out. Right? Somebody has to say something The Nine of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. And this is quite a distressful situation because of this reason that the business is not yet finished or not yet closed here. So this situation will come to an end. It might be a little bit painful because there is something that will eventually work itself out. It could cause a lot of pain, but somebody is also going through a lot of pain around this portion in time. That is also what I'm getting, where they are not being able to say what they have to say. And they know that they have to surrender this situation and begin something totally fresh with you or you with them. And that is where there is a lot of anxiety, distress. They want to say something. Somebody wants to really move the situation forward. Let's see. Let's look at the Queen of Cups, because this is again an emotional part of the story. Strength. Somebody is in their personal power with their emotions. They are holding their emotions in the rightful place. They are not giving up their emotions so easily. They are holding their emotions. They have a lot of personal power and strength over their emotional control. They are not just going to show you or you them, whoever it is in this case, what they have inside of them for you or you for them, Capricorn. Excuse me. But they are very, very powerful when it comes to controlling their emotions, because usually the Queen of Cups is all about purging their emotions, right? Showing their love, purging their emotions, telling things emotionally, letting emotions be shown, displaying how much emotions they have. But in this case, what I'm getting, guys, is because of the story, they are not letting the cat out of the bag. They are holding on. They have a lot of personal power they are using, whoever it is in your case, you or somebody in your life, Capricorn. They are not telling you anything because this is where that unfinished business needs to be closed. Situation has to move, right? And somebody is feeling very anxious about this because there is a long wait in here. There has been a long wait, or there is a long wait that is kind of making someone feel anxious about the whole situation. Yeah, Empress. Somebody is using their power and control in the right way. They are not just throwing things out, but they are being very much in their capacity. They are very much in their abundance. Even emotionally, they know how much they have to show or give. They have a lot of control over that emotional part of the story, is more so I'm getting, Capricorn. Whoever it is. It's a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe, may not be. But they're not talking about their emotions. Neither are they showing that feelings. Let's look at the Emperor in the reverse. It's right in the center of your reading, which means that somebody is not in their power. Justice. Yeah. Somebody has been out of their logical sense of justice in here. They have been very cold, very tyrannical with somebody in their life. And that is where justice shows up, because there has been an injustice in your situation. It could be you, Capricorn. You're not showing your feelings. That neither are you talking nor are you expressing. You are very much in control of your expressions, because you might have learned a lesson from someone in your life who who you have seen that person has been out of their logical and rational mind, being very cold and tyrannical, where they have lost their power over everything that is right and truthful, right? Excuse me. Let's look at justice in here. It also could be some kind of legality that is at play here, where there is a personal transformation. Yeah, the Seven of Cups. Yeah, somebody has been very confused emotionally, logically here over a situation in your life, Capricorn. The Knight of Swords, where they are trying to bring about justice and deliver it to you, maybe. But here, the story that I'm getting, guys, is that you are very quiet about the situation because you are in your power. That's what I'm getting, Capricorn. Right? And it could be somebody in your life with whom you're attached. That person has been out of power logically, emotionally, has been procrastinating justice for you, has not been delivering the right things to you, has not been doing the right things towards you. And that could be because this person has had options that they had been, working with, but had been very confused. Let's look at the Seven of Cups. The Four of Cups in the reverse. This is where someone is learning their lesson, getting their wisdom back. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, that what they have lost with you, Capricorn, is the fact that they have lost their power over you. You have taken back your power from somebody in your life, Capricorn, with whom you're acting very, very strong and very stern with your emotions and emotional control. Because this is where somebody is learning a lesson about you as well, where they might have taken you for granted, Capricorn. And now they know what they have lost is the Ace of Cups with you. That you are not offering because you are holding back your power from this situation. You're not giving it, or you're not giving in very easily. Please talk to me about the Death in the reverse. So this is a personal transformation that is happening in your situation with regards to something that is still not closed. Please talk to me about the Death in reverse. The King of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, somebody has suffered financially here, has lost their empire, has lost their money. They have become very poor. Poor in the sense that they do not have any kind of confidence that money or material situations in the real world brings. Right? And this is where someone is going through, Capricorn. It could be you as well. This is your energy here. You could have learned a lesson as well, that it is important for you to be in your power. And there could be a personal transformation where you are now ready to give up all the burdens that you had accumulated in your life. You could be learning a lesson from someone here who has taken back their personal power from you, or you from them. It could be anybody. Let's look at the King of Pentacles in the reverse. But this is something that judgment in the river. Yes, you have taken a lot of wrong decisions in here, Capricorn. You have taken a lot of wrong decisions in here, the Hierophant in the reverse. And it's time for you to take a step back. Take a step back and reevaluate your situation here. Do not throw your emotions away right now. Control your emotions. Keep your emotions in check. Work with yourself first, Capricorn. Work with yourself. Keep your emotions in check. Because somewhere, excuse me, somewhere you know what has happened to you, where you have been confused and distracted with too many options you had in life and you could not make the right choice. So you could have misused your power here, Capricorn, in regards to a situation where today you're learning a lesson, your wisdom is coming back into you, that you have made wrong choices and wrong decisions that needs to be corrected. So there has to be a transformation, an internal transformation, an internal metamorphosis that needs to happen in your case in here. But it's very important for you, Capricorn, to control your emotions and do not, at this point, do not take any call with regards to any kind of other situation in your life. Hold on to your emotions right now, because there is a lot of things that needs correction in your case for an unfinished business to be closed. Because you could have taken wrong judgment calls in here, where you could have lost a lot of your wealth, your confidence, your pride, that needs to be again reworked on. So take a step back, reevaluate your dogmas and principles in life. Do not rush hastily about any situation or with any situation, because the new beginning will not happen right away. It will take a bit of a time. Reason being that this communication will have to open up in here, right? With regards to the new beginning, you could be feeling a little bit distressed about the whole situation, Capricorn, right? It could be money. It could be money that is disturbing you at this point in time. That's where you're not talking about the whole situation, but there is a lot of pain that needs to complete. There has to be an ending of that painful situation that could be with regards to material belongings in here, right? And that is where you're feeling that lack of patience, right? You're feeling the lack of patience. You want things to be fast forwarded now. You want to do a lot of things. You have plans in your head. But at the same time, because of this situation, maybe with finances, you're not being able to proceed with any kind of love in your life at this point in time. There is an unfinished business in your case at this moment. So that's where they're saying that right now, do not show your emotions. You have a lot of compassion. You are ready to forgive things. You have a lot of love for something in your life, Capricorn. But at this point in time, it is important for you to believe and hold on to your personal power, which is where and that is where you're getting your wisdom, that a lot of things that you have taken wrong decisions on has happened because you have been very cold and tyrannical about your general approaches to life or approaches to life in general. You haven't used your logic. You haven't used your sense of justice, in the rightful way. There, you have created, or you have manifested a lot of injustice in yourself or with your situation, because you have been thoroughly confused about a lot of emotions, and you did not, like, you had a lot of options you were perhaps working with, but now you're coming to the point of realizing that you can do that, because you're only going to lose out on time, you're going to lose out on people, on emotions, because this is where there is a personal transformation and understanding that you are getting or gathering in yourself, Capricorn, right? Where you have taken a wrong judgment call on money, on wealth, on finances that you have had in your life. You have done a lot of things wrongfully. Maybe some of you guys have invested in situations where you know that you have lost out on that particular business, job, which has kind of deflated your confidence, because your wealth has suffered, you have suffered, just because you haven't taken the right call here. Okay, so this is where your victory to success is blocked at this point in time. At this point in time. Okay, so you need to take a step back at this moment. Don't rush into anything, Capricorn. Take a step back, reevaluate your situation, reevaluate yourself, reevaluate your decisions again, because you're getting a lot of wisdom. A lot of wisdom is coming back into your life. So you will realize, but you need to step back, right? Because your victory is not happening right away. Please talk to me about the Six of Wands in the reverse. There is a block towards your success and your victory at this point in time, because what I'm getting is because of money, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, but at the same time, guys, even if you are, even if you're thinking about taking action on a situation with words and communications, you have to be very humble. Because your actual victory is like when you are on a high, on a high horse, right? At this moment, you're not on a high horse, Capricorn. I'm sorry to say that. So therefore, you will have to take your stuff very, very humbly. You have to be humble. Even if you're talking to somebody, you're taking action on some situation, you have to be very humble here. Let's look at the Eight of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this is again about your financial independence, your money, right? Your money, your wealth, your comfort, where you feel that there is a lack of the situation. So even if you have to say this to somebody, right? If you have to communicate this with your boss, with your personal relationship, with anybody that you are attached with, Capricorn, and if you're thinking about communicating this situation with somebody, that you are feeling not that great about what you have in your material world, because you definitely, you want to say a lot, you want to probably communicate, you want to probably take action on a situation in your life, where you can feel financially free, independent, you can enjoy the fruit of success of your labor, but at this point in time, that is not happening. So the victory is going to take a while for you to achieve, is more what I'm getting. It's not coming to you right away. You have to wait for that, Capricorn. You need to have a lot of patience in order to rework on your finances and on your own self-sufficiency. Some of you guys are not feeling self-sufficient in here. Therefore, even if you're talking to somebody and you're not feeling self-sufficient, you have to maintain that humble attitude, in order to make your things happen better. So don't be harsh, don't be rash with your judgment calls, with your decisions. Take your time, work with yourself, but take it slow and easy, because there is a lack of teamwork and cooperation that is definitely showing up in your case in here. Please talk to me about the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. People by probably and probably not working with you. The Sun, yeah. And you can see that clearly, that people are not working with you, right? Even though you perhaps would like this to happen, but you are probably sensing that lack of self-sufficiency is again moving you to a place where you feel that people are ignoring you. They are not working with you because they feel that you do not have money or power in your life. It also could be that for some of you. Let's look at the Sun, because Sun is happiness, right? You want to be happy. Magician in the reverse. But again, there is a lot of illusion and trickery in this situation of a lack of teamwork, that you're realizing that somebody could have tricked you. Somebody could have tricked you with your money, with your wealth, right? They could have made you feel, they could have, because of that reason, you could have taken a wrong judgment call with your finances too, right? Where you were probably trying to work with people around you. You were trying to be nice. You were trying to give a lot of help and support. But, you could have been extremely emotional about the whole story. Maybe you were emotionally attached to somebody, or somebody was emotionally attached to you, where you wanted to help that person, but in doing so, you have lost control of your own situation, where you have done a lot of things wrong. Excuse me, guys. Where today you're realizing that because of that reason, you have lost your own self-sufficiency. You have not achieved your wealth. Some of you could be in a position where you feel that you do not have enough in your pocket in order to really move forward or do certain things, which could be the reason that your victory is now stalled, right? And this is where you're probably being enlightened about a situation in your life, Capricorn, where you can see the lack of teamwork. You can sense the lack of teamwork, the cooperation. You're being illuminated about the story that somebody could have played tricks with you in this situation. They could have made promises to you that they haven't kept. And this was something that you had manifested, or somebody had manifested, because they wanted to make somebody happy here, right? So this is where the Queen of Wands is showing up, right? And let's look at the Queen of Wands here. Please talk to me about the Queen of Wands. It could be that you are coming to terms with this situation. The Hermit in the reverse, that you know that somebody in their life, or maybe it's you, have lost your way. Or you're perhaps aware of somebody in your life who is now suffering, and who you know have lost their way in their life in this situation. Please talk to me about the Hermit in the reverse. And you know that it is required for that person to come back and reorganize their own self now. Please talk to me about the Hermit in the reverse. Yeah, the Queen of Sword. And the Page of Cups in the reverse. The Moon. Excuse me. You are you're not yet ready to begin anything new as of now, Capricorn, until you hear the right story, until you know the truth is what I'm getting, guys, right? Until somebody comes forward and tells you the truth and explains the whole thing, you're not willing to receive anything from that person. You're not receiving any kind of emotional message because you're very clear about your own logical story. That anybody who comes to you and tries to fool you, because you could have possibly learned a lesson through a lot of hardship in your life, Capricorn, and you're not going to allow that to repeat itself. That's more what I'm getting, right? So you're being very cautious now that you're not going to accept somebody in your life who you know is not in their complete organizational power. They do not know, they have lost their way in life. And you're not going to accept somebody because you could be in your power. So you are not going to accept somebody in your life who is not in their power, who doesn't know what they want, they have lost their way. And you're not going to accept any kind of emotional story that you know in your logical sense, you're going to cut it off. You're going to cut it off. The reason being that what I'm getting, guys, is that there are a lot of things in hiding. The Page of Sword in the reverse, all talk and no action. The Knight of Pentacle in the reverse, right, where somebody has been lazy, has not done their due diligence in your case. So you're not prepared to accept any situation of that kind anymore. The High Priestess in the reverse, where there is no talk at this point in time, and this the Knight of Wands is trying to rush in, but is not being able to communicate because there is silence in here. This is an in and out energy where sometimes the silence could be broken and sometimes it is not. I mean, sometimes there could be a little bit of conversation, but maybe the silence is being broken as well. So, this is a situation here, guys, that what I'm getting is that you are not going to entertain anybody in your life who you are not being able to trust anymore, Capricorn. Whoever that could be for you, because that person is all about all action, all talk and no action. So that's why there is an unfinished business. There could be an offer that you know is there, but you're not accepting it. You're not accepting it, guys. Reason being that you're not being able to trust this person or this situation here. So until you know the truth, until you hear the whole truth, you will not accept anything from anyone. And that is the reason that you are very quiet about the whole situation here. And if you open your mouth, the whole thing will tumble. It will come crashing down. So that is the reason possibly you are very, very quiet. You're not talking because you don't want a brutal end to a situation here, right? But at the end of the day, you also know, Capricorn, that you're a little bit anxious and distressed about the situation. You're not at peace because you know that somebody is expecting you to close an unfinished business. But to me it looks like that you're receiving back your wisdom with regards to the wrong choices in life that you have made previously, and you don't want to repeat that. So you're holding back in your personal power, you're holding back your emotions because somewhere you have realized that you had to go through a lot of loss in your life with people, with situations, because you could have trusted that those people or that situations, and therefore had taken wrong action or a wrong call, which is where there is a metamorphosis or or a transformation that is happening, that you are not going to be so easily swayed off your feet anymore, Capricorn. You're not going to be so easily swayed off your feet anymore because, like I said, a lot of people could have been misleading you. They could have been telling you lies. They could have been creating a lot of illusions with all talk and no actions. And yet they haven't taken any action towards correcting that situation. They have been lazy. They haven't done their due diligence, whoever it is in your life, right? They haven't done their due diligence. So that is the reason you are not going to be so easily taken for a ride anymore, Capricorn. You are going to hold on to your own understanding, and until you are very clear internally about your own intuition, you are not going to allow anybody to walk into your life at this point in time, is more what I'm getting. Okay, so there are a lot of things that you are going through. So take it easy, guys, and enjoy this reading. Until I see you once again, till then, goodbye. God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and Namaste.